Well, this week I'm doing a little bit of work on the Camaro. We discovered that the seats that we had set way too high and your knees kind of jam into the steering wheel. So we went on Amazon and we got these cheap Chinesium seats. So you can tell they're Chinesium because I had to run a tap through the threads, of course, and this release mechanism pops out, so I'm gonna have to put a little tack weld in there. So I've got my original brackets that I made for these seats, and I'm adapting them to fit these. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of welding on those and see how they fit. Alright, I got my front brackets all tack welded. Haven't welded them up solid yet. Just want to make sure everything's going to fit. So I made these little brackets with a slot in it. And I'm going to have to tack it in place. So I got to figure out how to do that without catching the chair on fire. So I got to come up with something to protect this so we don't burn it. So I'm gonna try to figure out something for that. Okay, this is what I came up with. Aluminum foil. I don't think one layer is gonna do it, but maybe 3 or 4 will. So we're gonna give it a shot and see if we can keep from burning this seat up. On this Chinesium seat track, this release handle, every time you push against it, it would just pop loose. So I put these little tacks right there to hold it in, and it seems as though it seems to be working. It's not falling out. So now I guess we can get the other seat out of the Camaro and go ahead and do the same thing to that one as we did to this and see if they fit. Okay, before I go ahead and make the driver's side, I figured I better test fit. So, I got the passenger seat all bolted down, and seems to work pretty good. And I test fitted it. It's quite comfy. And I'm glad I didn't get the 37-inch ones. It would have hit the roof. But looks like it's gonna work. So we're gonna go ahead and do the driver's side now. Alright, got the driver's seat bolted up. Looks like everything's gonna fit. So now all I gotta do is unbolt them, finish welding them up, and get some paint on them. Alright, it's the next day, and I got my seat adapter brackets unbolted from the seats. And now that everything's gonna fit, I got these little gussets that I'm gonna put right here, because we don't want the seat to be warbly. That would be disturbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding up where I just got tacked, and get these little gussets in here, get everything smoothed out, and get some paint on these so that we can get them finished up. Alright, my seat frames have been sun drying all afternoon while I was over there working on the Firebird, and I think they're dry now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start bolting these up to the seats, because it's a lot more comfortable driving a car around with seats. So here we go with that. ordered the seats, this was under the category of you may also like, or people ordered these seats also ordered these. Now they're supposed to be 4-point harnesses, and hopefully that's what they are. So just gonna take a peek in here and look and see if they are. Seat belt harness, 4-point. Okay, well, so far pretty good. All right. Wow, they're a little bit wider than I thought. It's gonna make it look like a race car. I'm sure it's gonna make it go faster, but I got nice padding on them. So we're gonna see if these are going to fit. Okay, the harness fits through these holes quite nicely, even though that they're 3-inch wide belts. And the lap part belt of it, the hole is nice and big so that these big 1/2-inch bolts will bolt to the original seat belt like so. That looks good. But here, these look like they're extended all the way out, and they're a little bit shy of the seat bolts. So I came up with a solution. I had some leftover harnesses from the go-karts, and I think we can get these bolted down like so. And I've got this one harness strap right here where we can conjoin all 3 of them together, and I think that'll give us the reach that we need. So I'll round up some nuts and bolts and washers, and I think we can make this work. Well now, little Camaro's got some halfway decent seats now. Yeah, call me silly, but I think it looks pretty cool. A lot more comfortable than the other ones. Fits better. It's not up so high that it's jamming your legs into the steering wheel. And for sure, gonna be strapped in good. So, now all we gotta do is test it out. All right, the true test of these seats is whether the wife likes it or not. So, how do you like the new seats?
New seats are awesome.
Okay, we'll go ahead and test them out. Okay, off she goes. Well, that's going to be about the end of this video. So, we appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all next time.